Repeat, this is not a drill.
Is that all you got?
Let's begin now.
What up?
Shall we begin? Let's begin now. Let's begin now.
Infantry Outdoors live stream is brought to you in part by Silver Connections Group, a digital marketing agency providing website development, Google boosting, social media management, and so much more. Visit them online at silverconnectionsmobile.com or call today. Also by water purification products, pure water at your fingertips, providing the complete package, including sales, installation, and service, fully licensed and insured. Visit them at waterpurificationproducts.com or give them a call today. Pure water is at your fingertips. And Mayhem Studios for all your multimedia needs. They'll give your videos a professional look. Contact them at mayhemstudios@yahoo.com. And also, don't forget, use promo code INFANTRY to unlock more savings.
My name is DJ Infantry, and I am legally blind. My passion for the outdoors has taken me to some amazing places, and I have done some incredible things, all with one mission in mind, to inspire you to get outdoors.
Pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh. I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless.
Welcome to Infantry Outdoors. Hey everybody, happy Friday to you and welcome to Infantry Outdoors Live. Yours truly, your favorite DJ, I'm the Infantry, doing what I do every Friday from 10 p.m. until you say when. We cover different topics every Friday night and we always invite you, our audience, to be the biggest part of it, asking questions, comments in the chat,
and selecting the topics we talk about each and every week. So welcome. I hope you guys have had a great week. I hope you're having a wonderful Friday wherever you are around the world. I'm actually going to jump in here because I was actually backpedaling on some comments before the live stream. Joe Morgan, if you're still here, my brother, much love to you, man. Love to the family. You know I love you, man. You got to be my hands down my biggest supporter, and I'm really thankful for you, bro. I pray for you and your family, man. If you're not here, have an amazing night. If you're watching on the replay, you're the first person on my mind tonight. All right, love you, brother. Have a good weekend. Tony Smith, what's up, brother? Shadow Dancer, if you're still in the house. Good evening. So those are my early arrivals. Thank you so much for being here. Give the video a thumbs up as you guys come in, and be sure to share out the live stream so folks know what's going on. If y'all know Hike with Mike, what's up, brother? How you doing? Good to see you. But yeah, I got a lot to talk about tonight. A lot of things taking place in the world, a lot of things going on, and a lot of things us as a community need to discuss. So I hope you guys are ready for a fun-filled, fun-packed program. And yeah, it's been a busy week around here. Let me get you guys caught up on the week in infantry real quick. Basically, this week, did you guys catch the video? Did you see the new video that came out Wednesday? I bet you didn't, because only like 10 people did. I don't know what's been going on with YouTube and this whole thing with I'm not getting promoted. I'm not getting put out there. But if you haven't checked out the video, it's the third part in our series, in the turkey call series, how to use a mouth call. Check it out. Really interesting. I think it was a pretty good, very well put together video by the gentleman that did, if I must say so myself. But yeah, it was a good video. So if you haven't checked it out, check it out. This week, we're going to be taking you into the garden and showing you some sustainable renter style gardening. Taking a tour of my personal garden. And then we're also going to show you how to use some things in the garden. I'm really trying to move to a point where we can do 2 videos a week rather than just the one. But life has been challenging, as you're going to see in one of these upcoming videos. I might even move it to next week. And basically, the thumbnail is going to be I got screwed. And you guys are going to know all about how I got screwed on this car by good friends. And the sad part of it is it's really left us in a bad spot, you know. But we'll talk more about that in the video. And the sole reason I'm making the video is not so much as vengeance or anything like that, but to serve as a reference point or a reference. If anyone references this gentleman or this kid's name again, that it's going to pop up in pretty much everything. So, and I'm only going to be stating facts. I'm going to keep I'm going to try to keep my emotion out of it as much as I can, but you'll see. You guys will see how bad some people do handicap people just because of the simple fact that we're disabled and they think they can get away with it. So guys, I'm so glad to have you. Let's get into tonight's topic. That's pretty much what's coming up here in the program. And also remember too, guys, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, you can always write to us at infantryoutdoors.com. Go on over, check out the website. A lot of cool things happening over there. We've got photo galleries. We've got, if you want anything on here and you sent us your photo, that's up there. Recommended products for you guys, all that kind of sort of stuff. It's all at infantryoutdoors.com. And I'm going to be doing so much more. And again, if you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see on the website, let us know as well. I'm real big on viewer feedback, if you guys haven't realized that. So the more feedback you guys give me, the better I can present everything to you. So yeah. All right, guys. So tonight's question for everybody that's in the chat: what prep did you do this week in reference to what's going on in the world? Now, when I say what prep did you do this week, it could be I bought some extra food. I tried not to drive as much to cut down on gas. It could be a lot of things. So for those left in the chat, or for those that are in the chat, rather, I don't want to say left, but for those that are in the chat, what is your prep of the week? Drop it in the comments, please. And let's get into tonight's show. As you guys know, the world is getting worse. World War III is pretty much, it's been going on, I guess you can say. And here's the crazy part of it all. We don't matter. Okay? We don't matter. Let's just get that on the plate, get that all out there. Just Mike. That's cool, Mike. Took a good dump. Well, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. Everybody always wants to know about taking a good dump. But with everything that's going on right now, um, we're the last that anybody's thinking about. Okay, when I say us, I mean the general people, the general population, the public, things like that. The higher ups are, of course, thinking about themselves, their families, and all that other stuff. I bought a Jim Bean also. Okay, Mike, appreciate that. Well, buying alcohol is actually a good thing, whether you realize it or not. Um, bought some more long-lasting, non-perishables like pasta, rice, etc. Mike, hike with Mike, that's good, dude. And that's what I was doing today in the store. Now, I've got some insider information for you guys coming up when we get into the food and in the store situation, okay? Um, but as you guys know right now, the impending thing that's going on with Russia and how we're being basically, it's now between NATO, United States, and Russia. That's who's at war from all this that I gather. And what they're saying is that we're pressuring them into this. We're forcing them. Well, they're not dicking around. They got nuclear weapons, and they have a lot more than we do. Um, and I was watching some videos today, and in reality of things are, you think, oh well, infantry, I'm not worried about it. They'll never make it here. They'll shoot them down. Well, maybe. You ever hit a bullet with a bullet? There's a lot of things that can happen that have no bearing on what someone on the upper side has to say about it. Because we're in a state of life that in my lifetime, we don't know. You know what I'm saying? The last nuclear bomb that was ever put off was World War II. Japan, Nagasaki, and Hiroshima. So we'd have no idea what can happen, what will happen. We just don't. And I don't know about you guys, but you can't put no trust in anybody that tells you, any government official. Hold on. I don't want to miss your comments, guys. I bought a Jim Bean. Oh, back to your Jim Bean. That's actually good for trading. That's also good for antiseptic. Jim Bean has a lot of, believe it or not, good prices. So on that one there, I didn't know if you were trying to be funny again, but that's actually a good comment. But Mike, Hike with Mike says, this is going to be a hell of a night. Hike with Mike and Mike. All right, Mike says, looked at food prices. A can of Spam is $4.49. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell you guys every week. Judith and Dan Davis, my favorite people. I love these two. Love you guys. This week, so you got beans, rice, MREs, peanut butter, and lots of canned goods. Judith and Dan, I tell you what, man, I want to come to you guys because I know y'all are like stocked to the roof. I mean, I'm not nowhere near there. I'm trying to be. But, us handicapped folk, we all know it's balling on a budget, on a strict, tight ass budget. And you only get so much you can buy food with. So we're doing pretty good, but we're nowhere near where I want to be. Oh shoot, where did we go? Here we go. Okay, Mike says $4.29. It's still a lot for a can of Spam, brother. Honestly, think it would be best. To be vaporized. The bombs they have now are hundreds of times stronger, which is true. And I'm going to get to something that you may or not know. Why is a can of Spam more expensive than a can of corned beef hash? I couldn't tell you that, brother. Judith Dan say we stack it in coolers and totes. That's a good way to do it. I was actually looking today on how to keep potatoes. Because I tried to do it in the cupboard and it smelled really bad. It didn't work very well because the cupboard, I just want cupboard, but we're in and out of it all day. But it's dark, like there's no sun that gets in there, and it was in a vented bag. And I think being in the plastic bag might have been my downfall. Next time I got to get a crate for things like that. But I was watching a video today on how to save potatoes. Papa Rose, what's up, my brother? I'm so glad to see you guys. And let me take a moment. Thank you guys all for coming in tonight. If you could please share out the live stream, help us get all these views that we can, and help us all as a community discuss these things and help each other, for what's coming and the things that are going on right now. Papa Rose, hey man, I can't stay long due to my data, but got yourself a pressure canner and some jars, lids, and canned vegetables, fish, and meat. Good answer, Papa Rome's. Good answer. Get a food saver and a vac bag. I haven't gotten a vac bag yet. I have my canner. I have a pressure canner, and y'all know, if you've seen any of my videos, I do canning, which we're gonna cover here in the near future videos. I'm gonna start doing some of that stuff too. Actually, that's gonna be the main focus, because I don't want to be one of them people that jump on the bandwagon, because I've never in my life been one of them people. But right now, everything is about prepping. Everything is about gardening. Everything is about all of this, to the point where I can't even get out and do anything because I'm trying to take care of my family all the time. So we're going to shift gears a little bit. We're going to take you into the garden. We're going to take you into the canning world. I just shot a video yesterday on a simple hot sauce recipe and how you can make a simple hot sauce that is shelf stable. You bottle it yourself, you'll be good to go. So a lot of things I've been working on, but Tony Smith, hello Zachary. Zachary, what's up, brother? How you doing, man? I'm so glad to see you. Hope you're doing all right, man. Hope the fam's doing okay. But yeah, so again, I made hot sauce, and the reason that I make the hot sauce, one, I like hot sauce. I really like hot sauce. Number two is I grow a lot of peppers. I grow bell peppers. I grow hot peppers. I grow different kind of peppers. I grow banana peppers. My kids love pickled bell peppers or banana peppers, so I do up those. And last year we just had a lot of cayenne. I have 6 cayenne plants, and they put out a lot of peppers. So I ended up with a whole, it ended up being like 1,100 grams of frozen cayenne peppers that I had. So I'm like, what am I going to do with this? I was like, I'm going to make sauce out of it. So we got a video coming for you guys on a simple hot sauce. That's all I want to say. And I don't want to spoil too much, but it's a quick, easy recipe. Anybody can do in their kitchen. You guys will love it. If you're a hot sauce person like me, you'll love it. All right. And you can do it with any pepper. That's the thing, and I'm on like 6 or 7 varieties of hot sauces that we've created here. We're actually thinking of maybe like Infantry brand hot sauce. I think you guys will like that stuff. So, okay. So, like we were talked about, what's going on in the world? We're talking about the missiles and things. They have missiles that can fire, like, what did they say? I don't want to get the wrong numbers. I've been watching a lot of this lately. My brain hurts. I think it's something like 1 IBC, a freaking intercontinental, I can't say it. Intercontinental ballistics missile, ICBM. These damn things can carry multiple nuclear payloads, and they can also carry multiple decoys. So when you think, let's just say for number's sake, it can carry 20 payload. So it fires off, let's say 15 nukes and 5 not, or even 10 nukes and 10 not, because they want to try to fool whatever your countermeasures are going to be. And they want whatever to hit. And if they can get it before it hits, the actual nuclear reaction won't take place and you won't have a nuclear explosion. So that's the hopes of, but again, they only have a limited window once the ICBM is fired in order to intercept or to do anything. So, it's a short window, man. And it's crazy to think. I'm old enough to remember the Cuban Missile Crisis. I've lived in Florida my whole life. having nuclear missiles right off your coast, and that's some hairy stuff. But this is a whole nother level of game playing. So what we want to talk about is all of the stuff that's going on. Also, the U.S. Now, here's another question for you guys, or here's something food for thought. Is that we are currently in coming out. I don't give a damn what you want to talk about it or how you want to sum it up. The pandemic situation is today where it is today. Now, everyone in my country, the United States of America, needs help, just like everybody else in the world needs help. Now, the U.S. government is offering out like $30 billion with a B $billion in aid in this war situation. So, my question to you, American people, is if we're so willing to offer out $30 billion in aid, where's the aid for the businesses that are closing their doors due to all of what's going on? Where is the and we're going to get into this part later in the show, where is the money for the truck drivers to be able to get our goods from point A to point B without having to spend $2,000-$3,000 of fill up out of their pocket for a contract to make money? Where is the aid for everything that's going on in your local neighborhoods? I don't see it. Do you see it? No, you don't see it. So here's where we see it. We see it in ourselves and we see it in those around us, the positive people and those that surround us and bring forward what the goal we're all looking for, right? Like this program, like this live stream. You're here for a reason. You shared it for a reason. You told a friend to come by for a reason because we're all like-minded people. I don't want my family to be in any kind of problems. I don't want my family to be in some shit that has nothing to do with my family. Okay? That's being real. This has nothing to do with me and my family, but me and my family are going to suffer. That's just, not cool. Hold on. Let me catch up in the chat. I'm good. Zach says, but tired as heck. Working to the bone. Well, you got to do that, my brother. Judith and Dan said 14 warheads. Mike says first strike. Judith and Dan said, I'm not going to say that just for algorithm sakes. Tony Smith says it all is. All right. So just want to make sure I caught up with everybody. All right, guys. So again, keeping in mind that nobody in the uppers gives a damn about us. All right, us people. They're taking care of their families and doing what they got to do. So it's up to us. And that's why I offer you guys the chat. Let's talk. Let's learn from each other. What did you do this week? What was this week's prep that you did? How did you do it? Did anybody find any sales y'all want to mention in the chat? Any BOGOs that you want to mention in the chat that even my family can go buy tomorrow? Because I gotta go back to Walmart. And by the way, happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there. Miss Judith and any of the moms in the chat. Happy Mother's Day. I hope you have an awesome and amazing Sunday. I hope it's filled with, just chillaxing and just, doing mom things. Not doing mom things, but doing mom things. Make sure I didn't miss anything. All have family. The business, well, I don't want to go down the political route either, too. Jeremy, yo, what's up, bro? Jeremy, I gotta ask you, what was your prep of the week, my friend? What did you do? Just spent $62 to fill up a Ford Ranger truck. Hey, look, hold on, who put that? Okay, Judith and Dan, I just spent the pump stopped at 74, and it didn't even give me 3/4 of a tank and a 1500 Suburban. It's over $100 fill up for me every time I go. It's disgusting. And that's another thing. I don't know if you guys heard of this. Let me find. I don't have my phone out here. I don't think. No, I think it's in the other room. The Upside app has been working for us. We've saved over $10 in fill ups. And it gives you different prices in different areas that you can go and you can select. So if it's like $4.29 a gallon, you'll get it for $4.09 a gallon, and you get that back afterwards. But any way I could save a few dollars right now, like even trying not to drive. And what's really messed up that you guys are going to see in this upcoming video of I got screwed is I have one truck still sitting up on ramps with a transmission that's only being held in by one bolt. And I have the person, which is what this video is going to be about, never came back to finish the job. So now I have a truck sitting in pieces, literally like the freaking pieces are on the ground where he took all this shit apart. So I don't even know where anything goes to put it back together. And I couldn't probably do it by myself if I had to. It's all sitting on the ground along with tools and everything else. The guy never came back. So yeah, and on top of that, the Suburban is having transmission issues. So I'm in a situation where I don't have money. Like transmissions, if any of y'all know, transmissions are expensive. I have a transmission sitting on the floor. I bought it at a junkyard. I paid, I don't remember, 700-800. I think we paid for like $700 for the transmission from the junkyard. And that's supposed to go in the Avalanche. But now the one in the Suburban, it was a rebuild that I had redone before I moved up here, and I haven't really put a lot of that many miles on it to where I should be concerned. But what I'm going to do on the Suburban is I'm going to drop the pan. I'm going to change out the 4 shift solenoids that are in there, and I'm going to change out the filter, and then I'm going to put the new filter and put the new oil and see if that helps. If that doesn't help and it still continues to shift the way it's shifting, then I don't know what the hell I'm going to do. I'm going to drive it till the damn thing blows up. And at some point, I'm going to have to climb underneath this Avalanche and figure the transmission out for myself because I have no other option at this point. I got parts, you know. But you guys will see in the video. It's really screwed up. I tried not to go broke, but it didn't work. If that counts for a prep. Everyone needs locking gas caps. Yeah. Well, here's the thing in Florida. You can forget your locking gas cap. They go underneath and they drill a hole and they just take your shit that way. So that's the latest craze in Florida. Vash Matrix in the house. What's going on, fam? Filling only half of the tank unless you need a full tank to last you until you can get to a gas station will make the vehicle light enough to save a few bucks versus filling it up and carrying all that weight. Okay, agreed. But always remember, if you're any person that has a newer vehicle, not newer, but like recent, somewhat recent, never drive your car on less than a quarter of a tank of gas, because if you do, you're going to burn up your fuel pump. If you have a sub pump in your tank, you need to leave your tank always above a quarter of a tank. Anything below a quarter of a tank, the motors and things inside of your sub pump start to heat up. So, and then you have to drop the gas tank. And I've done that. I've been down that road. But I do feel you. Now I have all right, I'm going to give you an example on the Avalanche. Okay. When I bought it, this guy hustled the shit out of me. Anyways, for some reason, I need to drop the gas tank because when you fill the tank, gas comes out of the top of it. So we never fill the tank past 3/4. We just fill it 3/4 and stop. Like I know from a quarter of a tank to here to where I need to stop is 15 gallons. So the only thing that never really goes in, because I don't go into a quarter of a tank. So the only thing that constantly goes in the Avalanche is in and out of 15 gallons every time we stop. But now the Suburban, then they both have the same size tank. The Suburban now, that like today was stopped at 74 gallons, $74. And I don't even remember how many gallons it was. I think it was like 20 something gallons. It wasn't a lot for $74. So, Vash, my question to you this week, my friend, is what prep did you do? What prep did you do this week? And anybody in the chat, did anybody find any sales, any BOGOs, any deals, any places to pick up preps, anything you want me to know or to put out here? Like, why is my other chat not working here? What is going on? All right, let's re-enter the live chat. Okay, and you may have had a a vacuum pulled on it. I don't know. I know it's aggravating with this truck because the Avalanche and the Suburban trannies are doing the same thing. And no sooner did I get my Suburban fixed and start driving again because it's been sitting for a little while. The transmission and trying to wonder why these chats are so different. Oh, here we go. It's finally catching up. I'm lucky to live near a river and a swamp, so I am buying quality water purifiers. Mike, I got somebody for that. If you, well, obviously you see him here, water purification products. That's like really good company, can get you whatever you need, buddy. Reach out to them. Let them know. Let them know you're like when you call, try to reach Jerry, who's the owner, and you could be like, "Hey, this is Mike. I'm personal friends with Infantry," and yeah, he'll call me and ask me. He's like, "Yeah, Heiko Mike? Of course I do." So yeah, but if you use promo code Infantry with that business, you'll get a discount. Not a prep, but I would not invest in long-term stocks right now. Wait until stock market bottoms out. Yeah, I've never had a stock in my life. Never have. Water filters, good prep. Some small country stores still have 5 packs of meat for $20. But what kind of meat? 5 packs of meat. Oh, you mean like pick 5 for 20? I used to love that at our meat store, but they closed down. And the meat store up here is expensive. I got a pistol part I needed, and we have plans to move our food stores so it's not just a mess in totes. That's a good idea. You should always have your food stores organized, guys, because how the hell else are you going to know when that bottle of this went bad or this is not, I've got jams and jellies that we've had for like 4 or 5 years. No kidding you. That I made and I jammed or I canned them myself in mason jars. They were still just as good as dad put them in there. But put dates on everything. When I do my hot sauces or I do my recipes, I write everything down to the gram, and what steps I did to make it. So yeah, I mean, I don't have a list of all my preps and supplies and like that, but excuse me, I just kind of look at my wall and know. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, the pick 5. I missed the pick 5. I missed the pick 5. We used to have that. We used to have this place called Penn Dutch Meats down in South Florida, and love Penn Dutch Meats. You could go get a family pack of food, and I go home, I break it down, and I have 2 weeks worth of food out of one family pack dinner. And the seasonings I could only get at that place. It was great, man. I go get pork belly, make chicharrones on the weekend for the kids. But up here, the only meat market that we really have around is Mobley's. And Mobley's is like farm expensive stuff. I mean, I get farm raises, quote unquote, better than all everything else, but it ain't worth that kind of prices though. Not when you got a family of 4 to feed. Like I buy a bulk, I buy a lot, or at least I buy for enough for 2 weeks. We actually this year want to upgrade our freezer because we only got a little. We came from an apartment, right? We had 900 square feet with a 2-bedroom apartment, and now where we live, we have 2,500 square feet in the house, and the freezer we went from the little chest freezers. I want to go to a bigger chest freezer because the wife and I were even talking about if and when I do land an animal, what are you going to do with it? Where are you going to put all the meat? So we're definitely going to invest in a bigger freezer. That's one thing. And for those that are growing fruits and vegetables, freeze, whatever you're not using right away, freeze it. Freeze it, put it in a bag, use that for soups, use that for stews, use that for stir fry, use that for anything that you don't want that crunch. Like if you get a bell pepper and you take it out of the freezer, you can forget it to have that crunchy bell pepper. But if you're going to put bell pepper in the soup and you're just using it for the soup, then perfect. That's one of the things we've been doing. Same thing with onions, squash, anything like that that you have extra of, you can freeze it. As long as you do it right, you won't get freezer burn. And then you can like Papa Rome was talking about. Now, the problem with canning that I found recently is everybody's doing it. And right now it is that time of year where like my peppers are starting to come out. I'm about to get my first harvest of peppers this year, which is pretty cool. And I'm really excited because we got some really cool peppers going. When you guys see the garden walkthrough, I'm really excited for the purple peppers. Has anybody in the chat ever seen a purple bell pepper? Drop it in the chat. I'm curious to know. We're trying to catch a few wild hogs to fill the freezers. We have got 3 meat pigs and 2 big sows lately. That's freaking awesome. I'm going to get there. 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 I am. I got my squirrel this year. I got 3 squirrels this year. 3. But yeah, hunting and fishing is another way, and preserving your meat. So if you get a big hog and you're not going to eat 100, 150 pound, 200 pound hog in one sitting, you're going to preserve the meat. You're going to make pork belly. You're going to make pork loin. You're going to make picnic roast. You're going to make tenderloin. You're going to make if you eat the hog's feet, hog snout, okay. If you eat the hog ears, great. Depending on where you are in the world, you might eat the whole entire hog. I know a lot of people that have. My daddy used to love him some pickled pig's feet. Not me. Just bleh. That's a little overboard. But all right, so back to we're on a great path too, guys, and I thank you so much for your interaction in the chat, because as always, you guys make the program. I really don't know how to keep telling you that. You guys in the chat, I feed off of you. So I really do appreciate all the comments tonight. Bash says, I want to get more food planted. It's time here. I wish my mom's husband didn't sell their deep freezer, because come fall, I want to get a deer. But I'll have to share the meat. Hey, look, there ain't nothing wrong with sharing the meat, because I always tell people this, okay? Mayhem, even this year, is offering me to come out to get my doe or get my deer out there on his property, okay? Which I'm going to try. I really am. If I can get, God willing, I can get a vehicle that will get me there with no transmission problems. I'm headed to Arkansas this year. We're going. I tell everybody, if you're going to hunt with me, you're getting half the animal. It's only right, because you're out there with me. Granted, you're not pulling a trigger, but that's the only difference. At least in my case. Now, mind you, I'm disabled, and the person that's there is with me is a spotter, and they do have stuff to do. So for me, whatever I get, I don't mind splitting the animal. Now, there are going to be things I want. For example, the hide, or my first the first deer I get, I want to get a mount done of it to commemorate, but I want to use every part of the animal. But as far as the meat, we can split right down the backbone, man. Which side you want, left or right? I don't eat innards, so you're welcome to all innards. I don't eat liver. I don't eat heart. I don't eat none of that. So, that's my feelings on it. Sausage, back straps, steak, and hams, and front shoulder and neck. Man, you're making me hungry. Hey, Dan and Judith, you know what that tells me? I'm coming over. Barbecue. That's what that's. Get the smoker out, and we gonna slow smoke us a piggy. And I've done whole pigs down in the Keys many a times. Whole pig roasts. Oh boy, the dog is stinking me out. Pardon me. Somebody has a stinky butt, and it's really bad. All right, go over. Yeah, I gotta love it when a dog stinks out the live stream. I think a nuclear bomb is bad. Just smell my dog's farts. All right, so going to I had touched on some insider information for you guys earlier that I was going to let out. My wife works in retail. Basically, she works. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you where she works, but she works for a store, and one of the managers was breaking down to her what's going to happen over the next 6 or 7 or 8 months or so. Um, between the truckers not being able to afford diesel and can't drive our stuff where it needs to go, and the price of everything just going up, because the reality, boys and girls, is a lot of our stuff comes from China. It ain't gonna be coming from China right now, and just everything combined, everything piled on top of each other. You're gonna see like a 30 to 40% increase, and it's gonna stay that way for like 6, 7, 8 months. So that amplified with the gas situation, amplified with the people ain't working situation, amplified with everything else. And it's like the whole world is going to implode on itself. So be very vigilant out there. Be very aware of what's going on around you. Like we had mentioned, getting a locking gas cap for your car. Like I said, in Florida, they're just drilling a hole in the bottom of your gas tank and sticking a bucket. So a locking gas cap, that would be, I would see that as a theft deterrent more than a theft device. But try it. I've had them before. Open invitation. I'm coming for a barbecue. I'm coming. I even help cook. I'll bring some secret infantry recipe. You know what I'll do? I'll bring some infantry brand. Oh yeah, I gotta show y'all, man. I made labels. I got my infantry brand hot sauce. I'll bring up there to y'all. Fash Matrix says, "Yeah, I need someone to hunt with me, anyways. I've never cleaned a deer, so I want someone who knows what to do. I only have a regular fridge freezer. I wish I knew how to smoke or dry meat too." Vash, you could get a hold of me, brother, and I'll tell you how to smoke meat. Let me see what I could help you with on this list. Okay, the cleaning the deer I haven't done yet. But what I could tell you from cleaning the squirrel is the only way you're going to learn is to do it. Okay? And I clean the squirrels based on watching YouTube videos. Now, I wish I had someone with me here because I screwed up the meat. I didn't get to eat the squirrel. I ripped him into pieces. Next time around, however, I am not going to do the step on the tail and pull method. I'm going to take my time and I'm going to skin out the squirrel. All the way up and just take my time and do that way. Because I think for me, that's better. So y'all may blast me in the comments. Oh, no, infantry, you haven't done it for years. You're just not doing it right. Step on it and pull. Yeah, no, I stepped on it and pulled, and the sumbitch broke in half. Guts and everything went everywhere. So yeah, it wasn't no good. We could cook the beaver back. Oh, I would love. See, you could forget the pig. I got pig here in Florida. You just said right there. We could cook the beaver backstracks up. Hell yes. I have never had it, but I want to try it. Jeremy says, I'm back. Had to talk to my brother. He dropped the gate at the hog trap. Oops. Coyotes in the house. My brother Coyote. Squirrel is I'll let you know this fall. I promise you guys that. I'm gonna be on it this fall. I was told there are glands I should get rid of. I love the heart of most animals I've eaten. I only like fish liver, but I'm willing to try any parts excluding sexual organs. You have hot sauce? I have 6 hot sauces, actually. I have 6, all from my garden. I have, hold on, let me put this here so I remember where we are. I have a pinapino, which is jalapenos and pineapples fermented. Then we have a smoked canapino, which is cayenne peppers, cayenne peppers, jalapeno peppers, and garlic smoked, and then made into a hot sauce. And then I have just regular wing sauce. Then I have the one that I just made, which is the new batch, which I ended up calling it roasted garlic cayenne. And then I have another one called Caribbean Deception, which is made with Scotch bonnets, apples, carrots, ginger, thyme, all kinds of cool stuff. It's this is what I do because I get so many peppers, I can't eat them all. And you know, my wife's even been telling me, "Hey, we got this cool little farmers market here in town. I should start selling them." And that's actually a good idea for a little bit of income. Now, I'm a big person where every plant, Prepper's tip, guys, ready for this? Every plant that I plant, first of all, is only stuff I eat. Now, when I take the fruit off the plant, or the pepper off the plant, or the whatever off the plant, I harvest seeds unless I'm going to need the seeds for the sauce or the recipe. For example, jalapeno seeds, Scotch bonnet seeds, any of the pepper seeds. I save them all. My son saw the other day, he's like, Dad, you have so many pepper seeds. What are you going to do with them all? I'm like, well, your grandkids will be able to grow food thanks to your daddy. If you want to. If you don't want to, God bless you. But my wife was even like, you got so many seeds. Why don't we sell some of them? A package of seeds nowadays, $3-4. $3-4 is good, here, there, it adds up. Because I garden in containers. I must have $300-400 in just dirt. Just dirt. Just freaking Miracle Grow dirt in the bucket and cow compost, cow poop. So maybe I'll do that. I don't know. But in the meantime, I'm saving all my seeds. Save your seeds. When you go to the store and you buy a vegetable and you're gonna cook the vegetable, take the seeds. Save the seeds. When you're eating the fruit, save the seeds. Just save them. You never know. Okay, hold on. I gotta go back up. Chat moving on me. Okay. Okay, so I read that. What's up, yo? I got an otter today. You got an otter? That's freaking awesome, dude. I wish I could get an otter. What did you get them on? How did you get them, Coyote? If you come to Washington State, would teach you everything. Yeah, and believe me, Coyote, we all want to come learn from you, brother. We all, and that's why I was telling you, I encouraged Coyote to do a video because Coyote skins the squirrels a different way than I've ever seen. And I encouraged him. I even asked him, me and Mayhem, please, and I hope you do a video this year. Please get a squirrel and please do us a video. Even if you don't publish it, send it to me and send it to, put it as an unlisted where you could send it to people and only they can watch it if they get the link. Or screw it and put it up there. I don't care. I put mine up there with me ripping the squirrel in half. I didn't give a damn. But I would love to see your method of cleaning. I really would, because I don't want to do next year what I did this year. Oh, and get this one. Get this one. This is how stupid your boy is, all right? I spent all the time cleaning the 2 squirrels that I meant to eat, right? And I ripped them in half and I cleaned them, but I managed to get the hides, okay? I did have the hides. I took the hides and I scraped them, pinned them on a board and scraped them out, cleaned it real good, let them sit under borax for I don't know, it's probably 3-4 weeks, to be honest, because life got in the way. But then I did the egg tanning, rubbing the egg yolk, tan it that way, let it sit for 3 days underneath the wet napkin or a wet towel. And then I take them to the smoker. Now, smoker, when I'm talking about a smoker, is I made a tripod out of 3 sticks and wrapped a tarp around it. If y'all follow me on social media, you'll know what I'm talking about. Coyote's seen it. So what I did inside of the tripod is I tied a spider web of 550 cord. And then the plan was that was going to be the grill, and I set the hides on there, and I smoked the hides. And for those of you that don't know why you smoke a hide, well, why the hell you be smoking it, infantry? It's not a joint. No, it's not a joint. You smoke it to make it waterproof. So after egg tanning, you want to smoke the hide to longer preserve it into, make it nice. So long story short, the bigger of the two hides fell out the spider web into the fire and burned up, and I didn't know it until afterwards. Me and my son Brandon looked forever. I was about in tears. But I got one. He's on the wall. I did get one hide. So, yeah, Coyote saw it. He trapped it. I had just the traps for one night. That's cool, man. He trapped it. That's freaking awesome. Infantry Outdoors. We are in the Tupelo, Mississippi area. Come on over. We will fire up the grill. You come on in the winter and go on. Dude, I would love to go on a beaver trap line. And you're not that far. You're Mississippi. So maybe, this is saying maybe, but when I do Arkansas, get the deer with mayhem, back around Mississippi and come back into Florida. That might be an option. We might do that. Going to take my daughter on her first hunt this year. I decided squirrel will probably be her first. I think she'll like the taste most for what's around. You know what, Vash? That's a great thing. If you see my video, you see my 11-year-old. Okay, my 11-year-old son Brandon. He wants to go hunting. He wants to do the hunting thing. Now, I love him to death. He has ADHD. Okay, he is a damn squirrel. So my method of squirrel hunting is different than everybody else here because I can't see the squirrel and shoot him out of the tree. My son can do that, but I don't have faith in my son shooting a rifle and up in a tree. If you get my drift, I don't like it. And we are using air rifles, Vash. That's what I'm using with him right now. We'll eventually, when we get to a different area, we'll move up to a 22. But for now, we're using air rifles, and he did great. He got his first squirrel. But my method is you put out a bird feeder or a squirrel feeder or whatever you feeder. You put out a feeder with some corn, and then little buggers are gonna come and they go, or peanuts. They love peanuts and they love all kinds of shit. So you can put all kinds of stuff out there, make trail mix for them, and they'll come eat it. And you shoot them off as they come. That's what I do with my son. Now I did it. I can't talk. I did it this way for another reason. One, he wants to do other types of hunting. He wants to deer hunt. He wants to turkey hunt. He wants to do all the hunting daddy's doing. Great. All the hunting that daddy's doing, you got to sit your ass still and not move and make a sound for hours on end. Are you able to do that? If you are able to do that, I have no problems taking you on a hunt. But if you can't honestly sit still and be quiet and not move and make a ruckus, and you could look around all you want, be a squirrel in a tree, you just can't make a move, make a sound, then you're good. Well, as you see in the video, he did great. He sat out there for 2 hours, got him a squirrel. He was determined. He sat there. He was quiet. He was like, Dad, I hear it over here. And we heard it coming in. That was the thing. We heard it call. He was coming in. And he came. Brandon took him out. Did what he had to do. So, yeah, man, I'm all for that, taking your kids' stuff. Well, I guess there are a few red coastal states. I'd like to go down south and get a gator. Hey, Vash, come on, man. Matter of fact, if you want to plan it right, I'll enter the lotto. See, in Florida, you want to get a gator, you got to get in the lotto. Okay? And they draw you. I could get it. I mean, I can't get it. I could try to get it. It gives me 2 tags. Okay? 1 gator is a lot of damn meat. 2 gators is a whole lot of meat. So if you want to do it, the thing is, like, actually, wait, what's today? Today's actually registered, like, open lottery right now for it at midnight. So in order to do it, you'd have to, like, enter the lotto tonight. But that's for this year. If you want to try to do it maybe for next year, here's the thing. We just need what's called a bang stick. I don't have one. And then we also have to go to Walmart and we got to pick up alligator trouble hooks. Once we have that and a fishing pole with like 200-pound fishing line, we'll be good. Because in Florida, We have to catch them on a rod and a reel and bang, stick them in the back of the head. It's as great as that sounds, boys and girls. That's Have you ever been around a 13, 14-foot alligator? I have. Bigger than my kayak. Yeah, you go ahead and talk about it. I'm going to bang stick them in the head. Yeah, sure. If you jump on that boat, you're going to come after you. Oh, guys, I hope you're having an awesome night. Thank you so much for coming in. Hope you shared it out. Hope you gave the video a thumbs up tonight. It really does help out the algorithm, as you guys know. Every week, we're going to be covering a new topic. Now, next week, I'm going to try something a little different. At least I want to try something a little different. As my garden produces these new peppers that I have coming out, when I have a pepper available, I want to do a new pepper on the live stream, you know? And when I say new pepper, like I've got the Buena Mulata, which is a purple. It comes in purple. And then I don't know what color it's going to turn, but it comes in purple. Now, here's another one for you guys. I asked this question. I didn't see nothing in the chat. Has anybody ever seen a purple pepper, bell pepper? They look like freaking purple pumpkins. I have purple bell peppers. Never had them before. They're come in purple, so I don't know what color they're going to turn. Now, I also have another plant called the Bolivian rainbow pepper. And it's like a little bush, and it has like these little peppers that look like little light bulbs. And so far, we've gotten purple. They come in like that off yellowish greenish color. You like a banana pepper kind of when banana peppers first come in, they come in that greenish yellowish color, that neon, and then they all come in the same color, all come in that neon color. Then they start to either turn purple. We got purple and we have orange. Those are the two colors that are coming in so far. So what I want to do on some of these live streams as the peppers ripen and come in, like the purple peppers, I want to eat one purple and I want to eat one whatever color the ripened color is going to be to see the taste test comparison. Also, like with the Bolivian rainbow, how spicy are they? Are they going to make a good sauce? What are they good for? They are ornamental peppers, but I hear that they're pretty high on the Scoville scale, so I'm excited to see. But yeah, a lot of cool things are going to be coming down the road here. And if you are new here, we do live stream every Friday night at 10 p.m. And it's always on YouTube and Facebook Live. So whichever platform you are watching on, thank you so much. Hope that you gave us a thumbs up. Hope that you enjoyed the broadcast. And we're not done tonight. We still got more to talk about. We talked about a lot in trying to help get you prepared because, again, the people making the decisions right now worldwide do not have any of us in their minds. Maybe to some small extent, we have to protect their people, but at the end of the day, it's not us they care about. So look into your areas, guys. Look into where you live. Do you live in a area that is high risk, low risk, mid risk? Where are you on the damage scale? If something were to come, what would be the damage radius? Are you in the damage radius? If you're in the damage radius, what type of damage? Because they're not playing games anymore, people. I don't say they. This dude ain't playing games. And it's kind of scary to think of what the outcome could be. Something you or I have nothing to do with could end us, and that's the crazy part. Not to scare anybody, but it's just food for thought because I sit here on YouTube all day and I sit here on the news media, not the news medias because I hate the news medias. So freaking one-sided about everything. It's not even funny. But I get a lot of my information from sources here on the web, and it's nuts how everything is still snowballing. Like we haven't gotten a level on anything yet. Anything that's going on, the gas prices, the trucker situation, the situation with the pandemic, the whole everything. Like we haven't even gotten out of one thing just to get into 10 more. And if we don't get gas help soon, I don't even want to think what's going to happen. 100 miles from Memphis, Tennessee. I love Gatlinburg. I love Gatlinburg. One of my favorite places. First place I ever really went and seen snow. Truth be told, first time I ever seen snow, I think, was in Gatlinburg. And first time I ever snowboarded was in Gatlinburg. Yeah, made my snowman in Gatlinburg, and it was a lot of fun. Pigeon Forge, stayed in Pigeon Forge and went to Gatlinburg. All right, so let's talk about some more stuff here. Food preservation, as it came through in the chat earlier tonight, we were talking about canning and food savers. These are great ideas, guys. I personally, like my normal 2 weeks, like I said, I shop every 2 weeks because around here, that's what we get paid. So it's every 2 weeks we go to the grocery store. Now, what I'll do is I'll buy a giant family pack of, say, chicken legs. I know I eat 2. I know the wife eats 2, and the boys eat 1. So that's 2, 4, 6. 6 chicken legs per meal. I'll buy a big brick of them, and then I'll go home and I'll get, for me, since it's every 2 weeks, I just buy Ziploc bags. I put them in Ziploc bags. I put 6 chickens in there, roll it up real tight, zip it, put it in the freezer. We used to do the same thing with steaks. You can do this at Costco's. You can do this at Sam's Club. One of the big things I used to get at Sam's Club was the big pork tenderloin roll. It's like this long, like this big around, and it's like it used to be $11 to $13. I don't know what it is now. But if you think about it, a family of 4, you're going to eat like that much of the roll. So you'll get 3 dinners for the price of that if you break it down right. And again, put it in Ziplocs or freezer bags or food savers. What's another big one that we used to do? The chicken, steaks you can do. Now, here's another thing with your food is when you put it into bags, if you even know what you want to have one night, you could pre-season or marinate it, put it in a Ziploc or the food saver bag and seal it up with the marinade in there. And that's just going to be even better. You're pre-seasoned, pre-ready to go. And if you go camping, then you can put your meals are already set in the bag. So it just like, that's how I've always done it. Buy in bulk in the items that you know over the next 2 weeks that you're going to need, because in bulk it's cheaper, and then just break it down yourself into smaller things. So that's kind of my game plan on food saver bags. Like I don't even have a food saver yet. They're so expensive. I haven't even been able to get one. But canning, on the other hand, canning is another great method that I do have. I have a pressure canner. I have a water bath canner. Basically, a water bath canner is a pot of boiling water with something on the bottom so that the cans don't touch the bottom. And that's all it is. So the canning situation is great until you run into the situation I've run into where you can't get lids, where you can't get jars, where you can't find canning stuff. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to can. Like last season when I started having stuff come out of the garden and I wanted to harvest, there were no damn jars available anywhere. I couldn't find jars to save my life. Hot sauce bottles were hard to find. I had to find those in certain places, and I even had to buy bottles that weren't the bottles I wanted, but I got them anyway, just because things weren't available. So that's another thing to consider in all of this is your supply chain is going to be being disrupted. Went into the store today and I don't know if the freezer was broken or what, but there was only 5 brands of ice cream. That was it. Empty shelves. First time I seen ice cream. Not on the shelf. You may not see eggs, you may not see milk, but damn, you'll see ice cream. You want no ice cream. Anybody find any deals this week on what we can get or where we can get it? Because that'll help everybody out too. Who has to buy one, get ones? Who has where did you guys find the deals? I'm always looking for a deal. I'm one of them people where I don't know if you want to call me cheap or what, but it's not so much that I'm cheap. I'm just, I don't want to piss my money away. I think you missed my last comment. You in Florida? Yes, I'm in Florida. My brother is getting married there next year, so that may work. Do you sell your hot sauce? Not yet. Well, I mean, I can, but I haven't yet. I don't even know what to charge for it, to be honest with you. That's where we're getting at now. Is I'm finalizing the recipe stage. I just got a. Let me show you the labels that I just made yesterday. Hang on. See what you guys think of this. You'll be the first ones to see it, too. Crazy. My microphone's so good I can hear all the way in the back room. Okay, so this is the one I just made that you guys will see the video for. This is the label. Now, I haven't put my name on it, but I did put the logo. And this one is roasted. What I did was I roasted the garlic, smoked it on the barbecue grill, and added it to cayenne and used apple juice to make this sauce right here. Okay, so this is the one this is the most recent one and the one that you'll see in the upcoming video of how to make this hot sauce. But yeah, I got like full on sealed cap bottles and all right. And I know this is the other one. This is a special blend. I actually had to, the story behind this one is the Caribbean Deception. I don't know how well this is going to come up. But those are Scotch bonnets on the label. Now, the story behind this one, where I live up here, they don't have Scotch bonnet peppers up here. So what I had to do was send down to my friends in South Florida and say, hey, I need you to send me like a bushel of peppers. And they sent me like 3 pounds of Scotchies. And this one here, the Caribbean Deception, is made with Scotch bonnet peppers, apples, carrots, ginger, turmeric. There was a lot that went into this, but it is a very, very good sauce. If you're not familiar with Scotch bonnet pepper, it's a spicy one. And out of that, I was able to harvest the seeds from what she sent to me. And now I have 8 Scotch bonnet trees growing this year. So we're going to have our own Scotch bonnets. The sauces that you see right now are basically just things that I have made out of excess or use of my garden. Because I don't want to waste food. I'm a big person. I don't want to waste food. And you'll see in my garden videos here, in my upcoming videos, how I'll be talking about I don't garden just to garden. I garden to grow food. I garden to grow my family, to offset costs at the grocery store, because as we all know, the prices are going up and Infantry's pocket ain't getting no better. All right. I actually am going to do a video, my first 6 months monetized on YouTube. And you guys are it's going to be hilarious. It's not what you guys are thinking. That's for sure. But yeah, I mean, it's tough. So we have to subsidize any way we can. Growing your own food is a great way, and preserving your own food. Now, canning is a very simple thing, and it's been around forever and a day. You can can so much stuff. I was actually looking today. I might go back tomorrow. Walmart had, I believe, I have to have my wife go back and tell me to sign tomorrow, but I believe tomatoes were like $1 a pound. Now, if that's the case, I'm gonna go get me like 10 pounds of tomatoes and make some salt, make some spaghetti sauce, make some marinara sauce, make some spaghetti sauce, or I said spaghetti, but like pizza sauces. 10 pounds of tomatoes. I'll make some salsa. You can make salsa out of it. Get some jalapenos, some onions, some cilantro, some culantro, and add it all together. Oh my man, you'll have a really good salsa. But then what do you do with it? You got to can it. You get your jars. You get your, you find out which things you can water bath can. Water bath canning is the simplest. Things like jams and jellies, you can water bath can. When you get into things like canning meats, fish, you want to pressure can it. You want that pressure to really get in there. And the key thing of canning and making these hot sauces here is the biggest thing is cleanliness. You want to make sure that everything is sterilized, everything is clean. The blenders that I use to make this all get star sand. The bottles all get star sand. Everything is as clean as I could possibly make it. The pH on my hot sauces is below 4.0, so it is well shelf stable for a long time to come. So yeah, that's where we're at so far with that, Vash. I mean, again, I haven't sold one to even give a price, but if I was to like say this bottle, from what I've gathered on the internet, it's probably like $8 or $10 for this size bottle. And I have bigger bottles. But yeah, man. Infantry's getting there little by little. Right now, I'm just adding up all the sauces. The shelf is kind of getting full. Because it's amazing when you make a pot of sauce and then you start to jar it, or not jar it, but bottle it, and you're like, ooh, there's a lot of stuff going on here. But canning and jarring, like I said, that's a great way. And that's pretty much all I have for. I don't know how to freeze dry, so I couldn't get into that. But buying freeze dries food is a great way to preserve your food as well. Someone was mentioning in the chat earlier about freezers. A great way to find a freezer. What I'm doing for myself too is maybe not buy one brand new, but find one on Craigslist, find one on, Marketplace, things like that. I'm looking on there myself, or if anybody that's in my area on the chat or watching in the replay has a freezer and you want to get rid of it, let me know. Matter of fact, let's do this real quick. Comments, questions, concerns, or if you got a freezer in my area, write to me at infantryoutdoors.com. Guys, make sure you check out our website, please, and thank you. You'll really enjoy it. I'll tell you that. Wrong one. We got a lot of things up there. We got our recommended products, our merch, and if you don't know, we got the new t-shirt out. The Sorry I Don't Speak Karen t-shirt is up and available for purchase in the link down below in the description, as well as on our website. And remember that if it is not on Amazon and it does not say store Infantry Outdoors, it is not us. Don't be fooled by people stealing my designs, because it's already happening out there. And we are actively taking care of it. So again, anything that, merch related, we are exclusively sold on Amazon, nowhere else. Okay. So, with that said, guys, I'm trying to think of if we have any more topics I want to cover that we missed. Do you guys have any questions out there? Please drop them in the chat. Oh, Jasmine has a question, huh? See, how come I'm not getting comments on here? Okay, it just now popped up. I may have to go to the tablet because I feel like I'm way behind. Oh, I've never seen a purple pepper. I get my best deals at Aldi. Okay. I definitely buy some hot sauce when you're ready. All right. Sounds good. I will let you know. We're close. As you see, I have a label. I have the bottles. And the next thing is just, working on selling it. What I may do, Vash, is reach out to me off of here, DM me on social media, or if you have my number, give me a call, and we can arrange something, because I can at least get you out the two that I've created so far, that are ready to go. But the other ones, we can always do PayPal and stuff like that as far as payment. But yeah, any questions from my wonderful people in the chat, which I thank so much for being here. Guys, if you're new, please subscribe. We broadcast every Friday night on YouTube and Facebook Live, and every week we cover a different topic. Next week, I hope to eat one of these new peppers with you guys. So we'll talk a little bit about gardening, little garden tips, things like that. So if you guys want to get information on that, that's what we'll talk about. And if anybody ever wants to be a guest on the program, please feel free to reach out to me, because like I say, this program only works well if you guys are actively in it with me. It is not a program for you to sit up here and watch me talk. Oh, excuse me. For you guys to sit up here and watch me talk and BS all night long. That's not my intent for this broadcast. It is for you guys to come up and join and to share your expertise on different topics that we cover every week. So if you have a topic that you'd like to come up and talk about, well, reach out to me. Love to hear from you. Love to have you up here. Christopher Schmelik, my friend, how are you, man? Good to see you. How's the family and everybody doing? It's been a long time. And Chris, as you guys may not see it on YouTube, Chris is actually watching us on Facebook. So good to have you, my friend. Again, guys, Friday nights, Facebook and YouTube from 10 p.m. on are here on Infantry Outdoors. We always want you to join us. We always, like I said, cover new topics. Every Wednesday, I upload. If you guys didn't see this week's upload, it is our finale to our turkey call. So it's our third part. It is a turkey mouth call. Really great video. You guys should really check that out if you turkey hunt or just, like that kind of stuff. We're going to be moving into some other stuff here as the seasons change. Like I said, we've got some gardening videos coming out. We got the how to make a hot sauce video coming out. Really a lot of stuff coming down the pipeline as we move through the seasons. You're living in Virginia. Nice. I'm up in North Florida now. I'm up about an hour south of Georgia. Virginia's not bad. I've been there. My wife used to live in Virginia. Cousin too. I don't know if you remember my cousin Joe. He used to live in Virginia. The Polarin message. DJ Infantry. PK6 Whiskey Bravo. National media. Micro national media. What? Harrisonburg. Okay. Now they were in Woodbridge, Dale City, that area. But I know where you are. That's cool, man. So glad to hear from you. Still doing the daycares and everything like that? Working with kids? But yeah, the Polarian message, huh? Polarian Micro National Media. All right. A lot of stuff we talked about tonight. And if you guys go back and check out the last couple live streams, each week we talk about more of the last few weeks have been about prepping, getting ready for what is to come, what is going to come. I don't see anything changing in this situation. I don't see anything getting better in this situation. And as I've told you guys, the inside sources directly from the box stores are saying, 6-8 months, it's going to go up and it is not going to come down. You're not going to see relief anytime. The Polarian message. Yep. Laugh out loud. So just get out there, guys. Be prepared. Do the Boy Scout motto. What you can do, as we've talked about each week too, is when you go buy something, like let's say you would normally buy a box of mac and cheese for the week, buy 2 and just put that one away. Forget about it. Then buy a spaghetti sauce, buy 2. Jasmine, my love, I'm almost done. Go lay down. That's another thing I'm glad she just brought it up. Thanks, Jasmine. Dog food is becoming hard to get a hold of. For those of you guys that are out there, I don't know how it is in your area, but in my neck of the woods lately, it's been diminishing to only a few brands and only a few flavors. Like this week, we had to get Jasmine. There was only 5 cans available. That was it. Like there was only 5 cans of dog food there. Thank God they were her brand. But the 5 cans of dog food were all like the one flavor. And if you have an animal, you like to change up their food every once in a while. I've been keeping an ear on the short wave, so I know things are set to start blowing up. That's another good thing for those that have radio access. Cat food also. Yeah, cat and dog food. Albert, sorry I'm late. Yeah, you're not late, bro. You're always on time, man. But yeah, the cat and dog food. So if you're a person like me that has an animal, you need to think about your friend. And when you go to the store, so you might want to buy, instead of buying a week's worth of cat food, maybe if you can find it, buy 2 or 3 weeks worth of cat food, just to be on the safe side. Vash says, I also have an Amish community near me that I'll be getting cheap food from soon. Wish I knew how to can it. Brother, we're gonna be doing videos on that. I got you. Keep an eye out for my shows. Don't know about the pH, and I don't have a clue what the star sand or whatever you say. No worries, brother. All right. It's all stuff you get into as you learn, okay? It's like, if you know how to make a cake, or you know how to bake a pizza, or you know how to sit there for 12 hours and smoke a brisket, you didn't know how to do that. So you got to learn it, right? Well, I'll give you in the case that we're talking about here, where the pH is just about in hot sauce. All food has an acidity level. It has acids in it, amino acids and all kinds of things. Well, when you make a sauce and you want it to be shelf stable, excuse me, you want the acidity level of that sauce to be below 4.0. Like 4.0 would be the highest I would go. The reason for that is that bacteria at that acid level is not able to form, is not able to grow, is not able to, live in that environment. So that's why a lot of your hot sauces has vinegar. Now, this is something that I've strived very hard in my sauces not to add if I can help it. I don't like vinegar. I don't like the taste of vinegar hot sauces. So these hot sauces that you get when we start marketing them, you won't have that vinegar flavor. It won't taste like a vinegar Louisiana style hot sauce. You're going to have flavor. You're going to taste the apples. You're going to taste the ginger. You're going to taste the smoke from the smoker. But the reason for the pH is just so that can sit on the shelf in this bottle for years and years and years and not go bad. It may separate a little bit, which you'll see, that's why you want to shake it up. That doesn't hurt anything by it separating. Now, I use xanthan gum, which should help it to not separate and to keep it thick, which that's just a powder that you add into it to make it thick. And the Star Sand is just a product. It's a beer brewer's product. Like people that brew beers use it. It's a sanitizing product for food. You spray, like I spray the bottle, shake it out, and if there's any excess left in it, it's not going to hurt nobody. But it sanitizes and cleans the bottles and makes them sterile. That's really all it is. Albert, you can also make a pet-friendly garden. That you can too. Absolutely, you can make a pet-friendly garden. And you can feed your animal fresh foods that you eat, chickens and vegetables and things like that. You don't have to feed them processed dog foods. That's another thing. That's actually a good point right there that you brought up, Albert, for sure. Laugh out loud. I can't do any of that cooking. My family said I finally don't screw up mac and cheese. I keep my eyes out for your vids. I don't have social media and don't see your number, but I'll email. Where do I have my number? Where's the easiest? Go to my website. Phone numbers on the website. I don't want to give it out here. I mean, I do give it out here, but actually, you know what? Here, I'll give it to you. Get a pen and paper and tell me when you're ready. I'll give it to you. Because it's on the website. I mean, it's a business number. It's not like it's a big secret or anything. But yeah, when it comes to canning, I started doing it with jams and jellies because I love jams and jellies. I mean, I don't want to say jellies, jams. I like making jams. Jammy jam. It's a jammy jam stain. But yeah, I make my own jams. I've been doing that for a long time. And then soups. Every time I make a soup, you go make a soup, you always make too much soup. You can freeze the soup, but then it's not the same when you freeze something. This is something about freezing food. It just ain't the same. So I started canning because I have soups and chilies. When I make it, I make way too much. So now, when I make too much, I put it in the jars and I can it. And you can put it on the shelf. And then it's just like your Campbell's chunky soups that you buy in a store, except it's your own soup in your own jar made by you. So I keep it on this because this seems to be moving faster than the other side. But yeah, that's kind of how I got into canning. And canning is you can reuse the jars as long as you don't ever chip the jar. And then the lids, it's debatable on how many times you can use them over. They say only use them once, but come on, man, you can, as long as the seal is good, you could use it more than once. And you'll see the seal. There's a little beaded seal inside of the thing. As long as that's good, you're good. Again, if you at the end of the day, when you can this and you've canned it and you're done and you grab that lid and you pick up the jar and if it stays on there, you're gravy. If it ain't, then you got to eat it right then and there. Email is fine with me too, or I'll write your number down. Let me know when you're ready. I'll give it to you. It's seven. I guess you're ready because you're saying that you write it down. It's 754-214-2849. 754-214-2849. That is the Infantry Outdoors hotline. I still don't have to worry too much about giving the number out anyway because we got this now scam shield and all of that crap. So I don't worry too much. I get, how's your vehicle? Did you know that your vehicle, now you're calling a blind guy, your vehicle's warranty has expired? Yeah. On which car? The Rolls, the Bentley? Which car was it that I owned? Come on, man. It's funny. My vehicle warranty's expired. All right, guys. Well, that is all I have for you tonight. And it was a lot as it was last week. All right, bro. Text you later. I have cans, lids, and a pressure thing. So that at least sounds like I'm close. Dude, if you got jars and you have lids and a pressure canner, okay, you're done. You don't need anything else. The only thing that you're going to need to do, which is what I do, is get your phone out and whatever you're going to can pressure you're going to Google depending on where you live, it's going to tell you what weight. There's weights, the little weights that you put on your pressure canner, how much weight to put on and how much time you need to run that. And that's it. It's set it and forget it. It's really a no-brainer. But I'll do a video. I got videos on that coming up. I just gotta get some stuff to pressure can. Right now it's basically been buying anything I can. Canned chicken is a big thing I'm trying to get a hold of too, because I love me some canned chicken. Man, I made these pinwheels and the kids go nuts. But yeah, guys, that's all I got for you for this week. Star San, SAN. Hold on. I'm going to show you. I got a bottle right here since we just made hot sauce. All right. The wife moved it on me, but I found it. Star Sand. And what I do is I mix it in a gallon. Like I have a Hawaiian Punch bottle that I mix it up in. So I have a gallon of it. And then I take a spray bottle, get a little, pump spray bottle. And I use that, man. And again, it's brewers use this for making beer, to sterilize their pots, their pans. I've done a whole lot of sauce, and I haven't used hardly any. I've only used this once to fill a gallon. This will last you for a long time, unless you're mass producing the stuff. It'll last you a long time. But Star Sand is what it's called. It's just a cleaner, sanitizer. With your canning though, Vash, you're not really going to need Star Sand, because what you're going to do is at least what I do anyway. I'm not going to say what you're going to do. You do what you want. Is you're going to boil your jars before you can. In the process of canning, you're going to have all of your jars in boiling water. You're going to take them from the boiling water, dump the boiling water out, put the hot jar on the counter, put your whatever in the hot jar, and go from there. So at no point you wouldn't need to Star Sand. Unless you want to clean your lids, but even the lids, you put the lids in boiling water too. So, boiling water is your best friend. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for you tonight. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that if you're not subscribed, that you really do consider subscribing. We have a lot more stuff coming out here on Infantry Outdoors. Like I said, we got some gardening stuff. We're going to have some fishing. Now that things are changing, we're getting out of bed season, so I can enjoy fishing again. But a lot of cool things are going to be coming up. I hope you guys have gotten some information out of this. Thank you so much for everybody in the chat for sharing. This program is all about us as a community and being able to share our thoughts, our wisdoms, and our experiences so that other people can grow and learn from it. So, as always, I encourage you to reach out and write to me at infantryoutdoors.com. And, of course, follow us on all social media platforms as Infantry Outdoors. Anything else I'm forgetting? Anything else? If you haven't seen this week's video, please consider going and checking it out. And what else? I think I got it all, guys. Thank you so much for your support, everybody. It really does mean a lot. I hope that you have an amazing weekend, and I hope that this and all of my adventures here on the program inspires you to get outdoors. So until we meet again on the Infantry, saying happy Friday, have an amazing weekend, everybody. Take care.
Infantry Outdoors live stream is brought to you in part by Silver Connections Group, a digital marketing agency providing website development, Google boosting, social media management, and so much more. Visit them online at silverconnectionsmobile.com or call today. Also by water purification products, pure water at your fingertips, providing the complete package, including sales, installation, and service, fully licensed and insured. Visit them at waterpurificationproducts.com or give them a call today. Pure water is at your fingertips. And Mayhem Studios for all your multimedia needs. They'll give your videos a professional look. Contact them at mayhemstudios@yahoo.com. And also, don't forget, use promo code INFANTRY to unlock more savings.